What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamly? This, of course, here is Jamiroquai 2000 with another special episode of the QUAICast, a Jamiroquai podcast by the Jamly for the Jamly. In today's special episode of the QUAICast, I'm going to be covering a brand new vinyl release that will be coming from Jamiroquai to coincide with the yearly celebration of Record Store Day 2023. As this has happened with Jamiroquai in the past, Jamiroquai announced on their social media here on the near the tail end of February of 2023 that Jamiroquai, amongst a bunch of other plethora of musical artists, would be releasing a special vinyl release of a rare live session they did back in 1999 called Live at Maida Vale onto a blue-colored vinyl release that will be coming out with Record Store Day all across the world on April 22nd of 2023. As I said, this live set from Maida Vale from 1999 has not actually been heard or seen in its entirety, and it's really cool to see Jamiroquai taking part in this year's festivities of Record Store Day 2023 by releasing the special colored vinyl, and it's not the first time that Jamiroquai has put out a special release on Record Store Day 2. Let me give you a little bit of context on the availability of said new vinyl release from Jamiroquai of Live at Maida Vale 1999. Record Store Day, for those who don't know, is a yearly holiday where we basically celebrate the record store, and many bands, artists, record labels put out special releases to coincide with this holiday so people can be well aware of their local record store and to go out and support musical artists by purchasing these special releases in their local independent and sometimes corporate record stores. As for the availability of this said vinyl, as I reported on the Jamiroquai Minute, I originally thought it was going to be a UK-only release, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see that this release will be available throughout Europe and the UK and in Australia on its release date of April 22nd of 2023. So my apologies to everybody in the online Jamly for my misspeaking in my previous episode of the Jamiroquai Minute when covering this news story. But according to the Record Store Day official website and many other websites connected to the Record Store Day website throughout the world, it appears that this vinyl release from Jamiroquai for Live at Maida Vale 1999 on blue-colored vinyl will be available on April 22nd in all the regions, all the European regions that are taking part in Record Store Day, the UK, and of course Australia. So far, there has not been a release date for Record Store Day's festivities in the countries of Canada or the United States, but as noted on the Record Store Day official website, availability of certain items on Record Store Day throughout the world in many different regions will vary, so there are still yet to be announcements of more further musical releases and availability on all these other record stores in other regions of the world on Record Store Day of 2023. So keep your eyes on both of the twin subreddits of the online Jamly at our Jamiroquai and our Reddit Jamly, and of course on my social media if I learn things change and they finally have a release date for this highly sought after Jamiroquai vinyl release that will be coming out April 22nd and all the other regions for Record Store Day 2023. If you'd like to check out the sales listing for yourself of the Live at Maida Vale 1999 vinyl release from Jamiroquai, amongst all the other releases, I'll be sure to put a link to the official Record Store Day listing of the complete releases so far announced for Record Store Day in all the different regions, and of course the sales listing itself, so you can see the vinyl release for yourself of Jamiroquai Live at Maida Vale 1999. That will be coming out on April 22nd. Down in the description area of this episode of the QUAICast Podcast down below on its upload on Anchor FM, Spotify, and YouTube. As always, this is Jamiroquai 2000. Thank you again for the support, and thank you for listening. And be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the Jamiroquai 2000 YouTube channel, and of course here on the QUAICast Podcast. It's much appreciated. And as always, this is Jamiroquai 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai related content here on the QUAICast Podcast, a Jamiroquai podcast by the Jamly for the Jamly. Bye bye, everybody, and take care.